Welcome to the show of Indian Expats in Dubai and Power SME. It's a great pleasure to have you on board today.
The pleasure is mine too. Thank you very much.
So tell us first about you, your personal background.
Basically, I am an engineer by profession. So I basically started this in 2008. I started learning numerology, vastu, feng shui, all these sciences. Because these sciences fascinated me a lot. Because I saw many astrologers, very good astrologers, very good numerologists who were guiding the life of many, and many people were benefiting out of it. So I did not start to guide somebody, but I started to learn this science. So once I started, so as you know, numerology is a science of numbers, astrology is a science of stars. So everything I looked at it in a very scientific way. So that actually caught my interest, and from 2008 it started, and now it's almost 13 plus years I'm doing this.
So what happened after that? So you realized that you're interested in it, and how did you start the journey?
Yeah, so it was a very interesting journey. Being an engineer, what all that I wanted is logics. Because many times, if you see, many people have a different understanding of astrology, that it's not a science. Somebody is just faking out something. But whatever I learned, when I started learning that, no, I asked my Guruji, what is the logic behind this? Now, when we look at numbers, okay, why these numbers are behaving like this, and I learned by this logic.
Yeah. And I know you've opened a company called Red Luck. So tell us about it. Tell us about the company and the services.
Yeah, Red Luck is my brand. So I named this company. We do vastu, feng shui, and numerology. Basically, our biggest strength is to bring up, to work with sick businesses, especially companies who are not going well. We work with them on their name, their vastu, their feng shui, and to bring them up. So that's our expertise. So we have done at least 25 companies in the last 7 years. So that's our main forte actually. And also numerology is our key strength, and that is why from last 14 years I have researched this subject very deeply. Initially, when I started research, we did about 5,000 case studies to understand behavioral patterns of humans, how they are doing. So research is a very tough part in numerology, because once we start to work with an individual, we even go to the behaviors, mannerisms. So how a particular number person will behave, what will be his or her mannerisms, like that. So it involved a lot of time, but now I can say it is up to a very good state, wherein I don't need to do any more research, but I'm in a good state to help people.
Wow, but 5,000 case studies, I mean, wow. You must have bundle of knowledge about this after so much of research. I mean, amazing. To know about Red Luck and the services. I have seen so many videos actually where you were awarded, and even I saw Sonu Sood also. I mean, tell us about it. I'm excited to know about this.
Yeah, sure. Before Sonu Sood, I was awarded, I was given the national award. See, national award is given for a person who has done exceptionally well in this field of science. So it was through Karnataka Sanskrit University. I got the national award in the field of occult science. That was a very big honor for me. That was one hard-earned award. The second one was very special. It was from International Glory Award. So basically, it was we did not know it was Sonu Sood. So they actually was scouting for good numerologists who are the best and other things. So they found me. They interviewed me. There are a panel of IAS officers, IRS officers who are retired IAS officers, retired military officers. They interviewed me. And I did not know that first was Sonu Sood, but the award became more special because it was Mr. Sonu Sood. As you know, he's a real hero, and to receive that award from him was like magical. Magical. So totally, this season, I think God was very kind to give me total 5 awards. I received one from Global Business Icons. I received one from Suman Art Theatres for my services in numerology and vastu. There is also one more award by Magical Book of Records. So they gave me a title called Eminent Numerologist in India for 2021.
I think more than being lucky, you very well deserve all of this, and I'm sure you have put so much efforts for this. It's so happy to see, you achieving all of this. And I wish you all, from Indian Expats in Dubai, from Power SME, to you reach heights and heights. So all the best for that.
Thanks a ton, Avi.
And in this digital age, so many people don't even believe in numerology. So what do you want to say about that?
Yeah. See, actually, I completely understand where they're coming from. But if somebody has a logic. Because see, as being an engineer, that's why I learned this logic, because I know that if I continue this over a period of time, new people need more logics. So I would like to share one small example so that people get a good understanding and they can cross verify this anywhere. So now, so let us take example of Shah Rukh Khan, Hrithik Roshan, Harbhajan Singh, Mahendra Singh. We'll mix cricket and movies. So if you look at all these four people, madam, you see their names. All these people have more than 3 H in the letter H. So if you see Shah Rukh Khan, his name has got 4 H, the integer letter H. Then if you see Harbhajan Singh, it has got 3 H's. Then Mr. Hrithik Roshan, 3 H's. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, 3 H's. Now, what my research says is that anybody who is having 3 or more H in the name will reach to the topmost of their career, irrespective of whatever profession they are. Trust me, if he is a normal bank employee, he'll reach to the topmost position in the banking. You can cross check in any of your friend circle. Definitely, that person would have gone to reach the maximum heights. So this is why there is also a reason to this, because H is a letter of luck. So the more H in your name will give more luck. But there is one drawback. See, like now I'll tell you a very scientific format for people to understand. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can change from one form to the other. So all these people who get excessive luck, okay, will also get a hit. Now, if you see Shah Rukh Khan, 4 times back operation, it will hit the back. Hrithik Roshan, 1 time back operation. Harbhajan Singh recently back issues. Mahendra Singh Dhoni recently back issues. So what happens when something is in excess also? Nature gives as an energy concept, no? So something they got very good, but they have to suffer at the back. So this is life. So it is a balance, but at the end of the day, the science works.
So nicely you explained. I hope my viewers will now believe and believe in the fact that it really does work and there is science involved. It is not saying for the sake of saying it. And coming to the topic of vastu, I mean it's a vast topic, but we want to know about your views. How can it help? How important it is? And what is your take on vastu?
Yeah, actually, in the world, there are actually 3 main types of vastu which is followed. One is called the traditional vastu, one is called the scientific vastu, and one is called the feng shui. Scientific vastu was a vastu which was recently, when I say recently, it's like around 50 to 60 years back. But traditional vastu is there from many years, many 500 to 600 years back, or more than that. Actually, if you look back at there is something called, if people can read books like Brihat Samhita and all, there are a lot of references of us. Now, I'll tell you a very scientific aspect so that for people to understand. Now, actually, in reality, what we say is the positive energy comes from the north and east side. The negative energy comes from the south and west side. Now, you would have seen in many Facebook posts that, or in generic vastu, they tell never have the toilet in the northeast or the north or the east. Okay, now what is the scientific reason for this is, assuming that we have a toilet in the northeast, so even though we have that commode which is closed and everything, so what happens? The gases come out of that commode. Out of that and comes into the room. Now what happens? The positive air or the positive energy is coming from the north and this air gets mixed with these gases. Now what happens when this air gets mixed with gases? The people inhale that. Now if there was no toilet there, pure natural energy, 100% oxygen. So 100% oxygen means your brain will work 100%. So, but now what is happening, because these gases are coming and mixing here, the 100% oxygen will not remain 100%, it gets polluted. So what happens? This polluted oxygen, which actually goes into your brain, and you take the wrong decisions. And when you take the wrong decisions, naturally there will be problems in the family. So actually, it's very scientific. Many people don't understand this. It's actually very scientific. So that is why in Vastu we say, okay, have the master bedroom in the southwest, have the God's corner in the northeast, have the living room in the north or the east, have the kitchen in the southeast. So why kitchen in the southeast? So the gas should burn very well. So the natural air goes there and it helps the burning very well. So it's actually very scientific if you ask me. And you'll not believe that we can go and check in some houses that whenever we have some columns or pillars at the wrong places, we can identify things like cancer or health issues right from the way they have set up the house also. That is to the level what we can go to the depth of. So once we can visit the house, we can check the energies. Nowadays it's very scientific, so that we can detect geopathic stress. We can detect many other stress lines which causes health issues. So once, in some houses, there is naturally some health issues. So that is because of the stress lines which is created from the ground. nowadays countries like Dubai, US, Canada are making it mandatory that they should check geopathic stress lines, which is a major cause of health issues. So if that is there, then it has to be corrected, and then only the construction can happen. So so nowadays governments are also looking at these points. Actually.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Arvind. So, Mr. Arvind, talking about career, right? I mean, you ask parents today, they want to make their child an engineer or a doctor. But what do you think? What is the scope? What is the future for numerology, vastu as a career?
Previously, if you look at it, this science was only with the Brahmins. So basically, the Brahmin would teach his son, and it would go on and on like that. That was the culture, how it was there. But nowadays, what is happening is now the science is out everywhere. A lot of people have this knowledge. A lot of people teach, and I'll not say that you should take it as a career, because usually this is a choice career. It's not a mainstream career actually, because even when I started, no, I was still working and I was practicing. So after I decided that I was really good, and I left my job and then did it full time. So I would not say it as a mainstream career for anyone to take, but out of interest, and because for some people numbers fascinate, for some people astronomy fascinate, they'll fascinate in study of stars and other things. So I think it should come like that. But if you ask me, but one thing I'll tell you, because everything is predestined in life, because we all believe karma and its ways. So if we are predestined to do this, see, I being an engineer worked for big MNCs, but after that I've landed here now. Many years I've been doing this, and now this is my bread and butter. So I do. It's not that I recommend or not recommend, but I think it is predestined and karma also.
Yeah. Wow. And if someone wants to learn from you, how they can reach out, and what
definitely
is it like a long course? Tell us about it.
No, it's not a long course. I do teach numerology and vastu. So numerology can be learned in 21 days. It's every week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, I do numerology. I teach numerology. And Wednesdays and Fridays, I teach vastu. Vastu runs for almost 25 to 30 classes, because it's a little vast subject. But numerology can be done in 21 days. And once they finish that, there is a apprenticeship system wherein they work with me for almost 3 to 6 months and become a professional numerologist after that. And
so this can be done like in a very short span. It's amazing, actually.
Yes.
I think it's going to attract a lot of audience. So all the viewers out there of Indian expats in Dubai and Power SME, note this out if you guys are interested to learn this, because frankly I did get some queries and I was about to anyway forward it to you. So I think you all can learn it from Mr. Arvind Rathan, who can teach you guys better than him. And one last question before you go, Mr. Arvind. Tell us about an interesting case through numerology or vastu. Just tell us an interesting case which you have done recently.
Yeah, while we have many cases to tell, I think because it's more of interest to your city, I'll tell you one case, very interesting case. Actually, one Mr. Syed Shahan. Actually, he is also based out of Dubai. He's my client. So basically, I think moved to Dubai, I think 3 years back. And he wanted to set up his own firm. So he had actually had a firm before, and it was not doing much well. So he had contacted me, and then he asked about how things are going. He checked, he got his horoscope checked, he's got his numbers checked and everything. But all his numbers indicated that he had a good professional as well as a business-oriented career. So what we did is, I advised him that we'll rename his company or we start our own new company. So I renamed the company as TouchForce. TouchForce is a company which provides banking related services to they have some softwares and many other things which they do. So I did this name and trust me, within 90 days, they got one of the biggest orders which they never got from last 1.5 years. So they work with, I think you can check out, you can Google the name TouchForce, and you can see a lot of success stories of that company. And that company is doing amazing after that, and they are working with many government projects and other things. So simple. See what happens now. We are just a guiding light. That's all. What we say is how we have to take numerology and astrology is a guiding light. So when you are starting a new company, just look at a new date, which good day to start, a new good name to start, and any color concepts, how do you have to use So like that, you can use these signs to attract people, to attract. So the name also attracts many things. So like that means we have created a lot of success stories like this.
Yeah. Next session, definitely we'll hear more from you, and it's amazing to know about this story as well. Definitely, I'm going to go and study about it, and I'm sure viewers should also do that. And it's very motivating for us to know that these things work, and it really helps. And I am now going to be your permanent client, and I'm sure my viewers would also be. So thank you, Mr. Arvind.